All right, let me do this first. Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Abington Affordable Housing Trust Fund Committee. This is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025, 5 p.m. Abington Town Hall in the Buckley Room. And let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, Michael, you said you sent out the minutes. Did any of you guys get the minutes?
I just replied all in the email to the last meeting, so it should be in the inbox. But it was at 3:15 today.
Oh, today, okay.
Okay. You guys probably have phones that you can pick
Yeah.
them up. I've not. Paul, do you have that type of phone that you can?
I don't, not on this phone, no.
Yeah. How about you, Pam? Can you get it?
What, get the,
Okay. Yeah, I've got a very new phone. Terrific. I can do everything with it. I'm still learning.
Well, it was basically, we met with Jason at the Housing Production Plan. We talked about some zoning stuff, some water supply stuff. We talked about the schools, the North and Center. We talked about revisions to his plan.
Mm-hmm.
We had talked about the submission date for our edits, and you talked a little bit about the OCPC summit, and then we got the habitat update. We talked about Gavin, if we were able to zoom him in, and we talked about final remarks.
Okay. Well, that'll do it. And we'll be able to get these things in all. I think that's good enough. So I guess a motion to accept the minutes? Pam?
I'll make that motion.
And
I'll second.
second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now any correspondence. Update on the new Abington Housing Production Plan is, as Michael said, our last meeting we had a friend from OCPC who's doing it, and we submitted comments. I know Michael submitted comments, and I did, and Liz Shea did, and he was able to incorporate them into the report, and he was able to update that, so that's in the process of going. And of course, just for people at home, it's this, the draft document was the, does this get on camera? Okay, this is the Town of Abington Housing Production Plan, prepared for the Town of Abington by Old Colony Planning Council. And it was Jason,
Jerry Bashir.
yeah, it's okay, yep. And it's got to get, we've got to do a approval letter from the state and a letter from the town administrator.
And I think he met with the planning board after he met with us. And
Yes, he
they
did, yeah,
had
he
some edits
did.
that they're gonna make.
Yes, he did. And we had.
We met with select board too, we voted on it.
Yeah. Oh, I watched the meeting. I might have been there. I think I was there. I think I came for that meeting. If it's something involving something like this, I'll show up. I know that, yeah, I was there because Jason was there and Liz was there, and I was sitting in the back. I suppose I could have sat up front and stuff like that, but I remember that. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the select board being involved in that, so that's good. Just for people's awareness, I checked again. South Shore Habitat for Humanity Family Partnership Program, Affordable Home Ownership Opportunity, 871 Plymouth Street in Abington, existing Cape-style home that'll be rehab with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, approximately 1,152 square feet of living area, an additional 345 square feet of finished basement area. Single-family home will be sold for a maximum sales price of $260,000 with an anticipated delivery date of summer 26. Application deadline is 4 p.m. on Monday, December 1st, 2025, or postmarked by December 1st, 2025. Applications are available for pickup at the Abington Public Library at 600 Glenowitz Way, Abington, and will be downloaded at our website, www.sshabitat.org/programs. And we got this letter from Paris Bollinger, who's property development manager, which I think appeared before this committee. We talked about this earlier this year. So that's good. So everybody out there, if you're interested, make sure you get your application in by December 1st.
And also, we'll be looking for volunteers for people that want to
Yeah.
get involved.
And I've heard, well, Paul, you're probably going to volunteer because that's what you do for a living. Let's see Glenn LaPointe out there.
I don't do the stuff, I do the stuff you can't see, though.
Let's see Glenn LaPointe out there swinging a hammer.
Yeah.
Right.
Do we know how many applications you've gotten so far?
No, not
No.
yet. No, but I'll check. I'll have it for the next meeting. And, but I know everybody I talked to said that a lot of people are enthusiastically interested in volunteering for it. I've got a hard hat and steel-toed shoes and stuff like that for my other jobs, so I'll be out there doing it. Paul, I know that the select board, we've gone into what's going to go on with the North and Center schools. You guys put out one proposal, seen things, going to increase the number of units potentially in the buildings. Can't do anything with the North School for a couple of years. Is there any updates from the select board on that at all?
I don't know if the updated RFP's gone out yet.
Mhm.
I can find out. I'll see Scott in probably 45 minutes.
Oh, that'd be great, thank you. So, future meeting dates. I want to tell you that. I think I passed this along, but at Old Colony Planning Council Transportation Committee meeting a few months ago, they had a thing that would involve OCPC working with towns as far as zoning and housing and stuff like that for people with impairments and stuff like that, mental disabilities and whatever. And I spoke to Joanne Zeigment, who, her boss, Laurie Muncie, passed it along to me, that they would be available to come in January, and I think we're gonna try to have a joint meeting with them and the Senior Housing Authority, the Housing Authority, so we can discuss this. So that'd be great. That was a terrific topic, and, so looking forward to that at the January meeting of this committee. And as we were saying earlier, we have a member of this committee that he's a college student, and it's tough for him to come to the meetings. I don't know how we could do this some way, like a Zoom meeting or something, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if he's open to it,
Yeah.
what other options are there?
Yeah,
How would we,
just Zoom.
how would we set up a Zoom meeting, I suppose, in here? Yeah.
Well, in the other, I
I
don't,
think you can do
yeah,
it.
We've done it.
they've done it in this room
We've
before.
had Zoom meetings
Okay.
before, so.
Good,
Just put Tachi to overtime, we'll get him
okay.
cracking this for us.
Because I hate for Gavin to be excluded
Yep.
from
Yeah.
these committee meetings and stuff like that. He seems like a young guy who's interested in the subject and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And, and the other thing I want to mention was, in the draft housing production plan, it was recommended that we potentially, once we get rolling and we have stuff going on, that we get an assistant, who could administer the stuff, sort of like what the CPA has, Kelly, something like that, who could run that. So that's something we need to look at in the new year. So hopefully we'll get some stuff rolling in the new year. I know the CPA I'm on the CPA, Community Preservation Act Committee, and they will appropriate money for this committee and stuff like that, so, but now we
For
actually.
that,
Hmm?
for that, to have like an assistant, like is that?
Oh, no,
Can
it
we
would be
do that?
affordable housing, we'd have to figure out how to pay for the assistant.
That's
But,
what I was wondering, if it's like in the budget, if it comes out of the trust or what.
Yeah,
yeah, the CPA, has to do money for housing, recreation, open space. Those are the three elements, historic preservation, stuff
right,
like that.
but I know when Liz was talking about getting somebody to help this committee do,
Mhm.
correspondence or whatever that we needed.
Mhm.
And she was talking about, us paying them, but how does that work?
Is
We
it,
don't
is it
have.
something that maybe we get like a senior that wants to use the tax
Yeah.
rebate
I don't
program for?
know.
The property
That might-
tax.
it might-
yeah.
I mean,
That might be something we could
Yeah.
look into, because it didn't seem like we could use funds that we get from like CPA to hire somebody to, it didn't,
Mhm.
or see
seem
if
like
other
we could do
towns
that.
are you doing the same thing, maybe get 3 or 4 towns that can share the same person
Yep.
yeah, that might be a,
to do it.
Well, I'm a senior, but I'm not gonna work off my property taxes by doing the minutes of this meeting. Well, you never know. I've been on committees in the past where I did the minutes, and I did, for a while, I did the minutes for the planning board, And, you know, it's tough when you're in a meeting when you do the minutes, especially something like the planning board, which is very involved. But that was, you know, we were between Floyd Foreman and Dan Crane. Floyd Foreman was town planner long ago, and then we were fortunate enough to get Dan Crane, and then, who was the retired executive director of Old Colony Planning Council. And then when Dan went away, there was a time until we got Liz and Kevin. But anyway, so that's something we need to look at. Future meeting dates. I know we're gonna have a big thing in January, December the 3rd, what is this, the 3rd
Third Wednesday?
Wednesday? That's right around Christmas and
Yeah.
stuff like that, right? So if you guys are okay with maybe skipping the December meeting. that-
Yeah, that works for stuff. What works for January?
Yeah, but January, we could go back to having it on the 3rd,
Okay, third Wednesday.
yeah, 3rd Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, the third
And-
Wednesday in December is the 17th.
Okay, that's
It's
very
the week
close to the
before.
holidays
Yeah,
and
week
stuff like
before, yeah.
that. Yeah, so.
And January is the 21st.
Okay, so January 21st. And I'll get that word out to our friends, Joanne Zegment at Old Colony, and also Liz Shea, and we can set this up with the Housing Authority Senior, things like that. And that'll be good, and we might know more about what's going on at the North Center School. As far as affordable housing goes, it's every week, well, it's not this, well, it is. I go past the place being built over there by the train station, and Jesus, that thing is really long now. They have a security guard on site. I think I could probably sit in the buildings now.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty dense over there.
yeah,
I know the fire department's been using Center School for training. I mean,
yeah.
that wouldn't be a bad,
Yeah.
I saw
Thing to have
online
there.
that they're using that house up by the
Ongoing.
golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, was it 191?
another training.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, drove by there today, because I go to Honsters, this is on television, but I go to Honsters once a week and get ice cream. I go by there. Anyway.
Have we, I know we talked about getting a list of properties.
Yes,
and
I did-
places
I did
Were
that.
on like the,
I did that, I got that
Tax
from, let's see if I have it in my folder.
because we
Well-
talk about it, but we haven't.
Yeah, I've got it right here. I don't know if I forwarded it to you guys or not,
I don't
but,
think
I don't
so.
know. I don't-
okay. This is, Kevin Cogan did a list of vacant properties in the town. And I will forward that to you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
And so you can have that. There's a lot of little bitsy spots and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. But I guess as far as biggest parcels are probably that one that's that industrial park off of Chestnut Street and stuff like that. But that's what Susan's zone for housing and stuff like that. But it's conceivable that we could, you know, identify a few of these parcels and stuff like that. And maybe interest habitat or something like that and then going in there, things like that, so. So
Yep.
I will do that when I get home tonight. I will go right on my computer and forward.
Perfect.
Well, I have to cook supper first, but I have to go, nice spaghetti night in our house. But I will do this and send this along to you guys. So, is there anything else that anybody want to talk to? Like I said, Paul, I asked you for any updates to the select board, anything
Nope,
of interest to us?
I'll talk to Scott about the schools and I'll shoot an email off.
Good. Okay. Well, we will keep an eye on what's going on. I like to watch all the select board and the planning, well, I'm on the planning board, the Conservation Commission, and I'm on the CPA, so I go to those meetings. But, you know, we just try to monitor what's going on in the town and stuff. I try to stay well informed, particularly if there's something that's of interest to us. You know, like when the select board met and they talked about the plans for the schools and stuff like that and allowing the changes and
I
stuff
guess
like
one thing that's pertinent, I went to the water commission meeting,
Mhm.
and for the first time, they showed the commission, they had like, drone footage of the reservoirs, and they're like under 50%.
Oh, my gosh.
So like, that's obviously something that's gonna come up when we're planning these housing things, but it's like something we definitely have to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Well, they were watching that before, and that was a big issue with the Summer Street project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were going to all of the meetings, my husband and I at one point, and it was just like, there's no water, there's no water, there's no water, and then all of a sudden, just 2 minutes into a meeting, they had lifted the moratorium and said that everybody can have water, and
Well,
and then
you
it
know-
was right back down again. Not long after that, it was like, there's no water, so.
Well, we had a proposal for the affordable housing up on North Quincy Street.
Yeah,
Kevin and I went to, and fire department, and a lot of other guys went to. You know about that, Kevin? It's right, I mean, excuse me, Paul, it's right next to the junkyard up there.
161 North Quincy Street.
Yes,
Quincy
right.
Street, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not, I wish it was a junkyard, but it's like a street that goes on by, it goes to my house, it's back there, and it's gonna be adjacent to the other one that's built
Yep.
up there. But they came before this committee before I got back on, and I know that and stuff like that. So that's still up in the air, but they would get everything from Brockton.
right,
Of course, they'd have to apply to Brockton to get the water and sewer, stuff like that. It is in Abington,
right.
but I mean, it's right on, the street that goes to Brockton, so all these utilities are right there.
Well, that was more of a friendly 40B.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so that's another thing to keep an eye on and stuff like that. I have the contact information for those folks and stuff like that, but, so.
Yeah, I don't think they've been before any, I know they'll have to go before conservation for that, because
Yeah.
before I left, I did, I think 5 site walks of that property
Yeah,
to delineate where the wetlands were.
yeah, it's, well, it's funny. Kevin and I went out, we should have known better. I was wearing sneakers and he was wearing street shoes. That's not a place to go around when you're wearing sneakers
No.
and street shoes at all.
Is there a lot of wetlands up there? I've never,
It's out
In the
Buckley.
back, in the back corner,
back.
in the back corner near the state park. But,
Okay.
I mean, we did that, I don't want to bore you with conservation talk, but we did the ORAD for that, which basically sets, these are the limits of the wetlands. We did that in 2024, I think. So then you have 3 years for that to be valid, or they'd have to do a whole new delineation. So I'm sure it's going to come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, well, it's there.
Yeah.
Well, they talked about, oh, God, I've been around for a long time. I remember when that is 40B off of Summer Street, that is a 40B
Yep.
project, believe it or not.
yeah, it wasn't a
And,
friendly one.
I remember doing a sidewalk out there, and there was a paintball facility out there. And I was doing a sidewalk, and, oh my God, I hope I don't get spotted by a paintball. But that's that, so that took a long time. A company called Morrison and Knudsen was gonna do a trash transfer station out there a million years ago. Look it up, it's true. And, oh God, somebody brought a dead rat to town meeting. Yeah, it was pretty wild. They went away in this house, and then this one's taken a long time because you had to, transfer the properties and stuff like that, so. Okay. Before we finish this up, I'm just gonna do a public service announcement. I'm a dedicated Red Cross platelets donor. I've been donating whole blood since I was a teenager and got really serious about it about 30-odd years ago. Red Cross converted me into a platelets donor. And tomorrow, Thursday, 10 o'clock, Weymouth Donor Center, I'll make my 300th lifetime donation. And I have donated 62.75 gallons, so tomorrow I'll go over 63 gallons. So I think that's a significant
Yeah,
achievement to have made.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So
It's quite an accomplishment.
it's easy. I think do we still have the blood drive here in Abington, Paul, do you know?
I don't know.
Used to be at the KFC hall. But I mean,
haven't seen one for
I
a
haven't seen it since
while.
COVID when they
Yeah,
were at the airport
yeah.
at the old base.
that's where I got started. And when I started donating platelets, they had a place in Braintree down where the 110 Grill is now. Anyway, and now it's on Route 18, which is right up the street. It's you go over the expressway and come to the signalized intersection, and it's in that little strip plaza in there, and you can make it. You can make donation appointments, calling the Red Cross or stuff like that. They don't encourage walk-ins in that place. You really need to make an appointment and
Yeah,
stuff
no.
like that. But it's a tremendous thing to do. Whole blood donation doesn't take very much time, and they have food. People do power reds, and people like myself do platelets. So I'm not trying to make a hero of myself, but it's really easy to do.
It's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
It is. It's really easy to do. And I don't think there's anything in life that makes you feel better than knowing you did good for something.
And there's always need.
There's always a need for it.
Yeah.
They're always, they always want, especially if you have O positive or O negative blood, which is the universal donor type. So, and they give you T-shirts and gift certificates. I have,
You must have a closet.
Yeah.
I have drawers full of T-shirts. My wife says she's gonna make me a quilt out of them someday.
There you go.
That's cool.
Hats, T-shirts, I got a raincoat. I missed they had a Snoopy hoodie, I missed that, so.
Oh, boy.
Regrets.
Yep.
All right, everyone, thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for watching this at home, and happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on January 21st for our next meeting. All right, thank you, everyone, good night.